Hello, everyone. Happy Small Business Saturday. My name is Audra Zimple. I am so excited to be joined by my beautiful friends, Holly and Lori, and we have been friends since sixth grade. And we get to do our small businesses together. And that's so like a dream come true. But and we could go on and on about that. But what we're really here to do today is to share this opportunity to improve your health, to activate your wellness with LifeVantage. But we wanted to give you a little bit of background about why we said yes to this. And before I jump into that, you may know some of our friends, that are tuning in. They may be like, wait a minute, I thought these girls did Rodan and Fields together. And we did, and we do. But there were some shifts in that company, and I'm going to let each of these ladies share their reasons for jumping into this other business. But I will just say that this is different. Love Rodan and Fields, always will. But if you've been confused by our posts, yes, there are two different companies that we're talking about. So, with that being said, I want to just jump in and ask Holly, beautiful Holly, what made you decide to say yes to LifeVantage?
Okay, first of all, Audra, you're so sweet. She always builds us up to make us feel so good about ourselves. But I digress very quickly. So yes, did Rodan and Fields with both Audra and Lori. My journey with Rodan and Fields was a little bit different, where I didn't really build a big team. So I'm still doing Rodan and Fields, love the products, but I am so incredibly busy as a nurse practitioner that I didn't think had time for anything else. I didn't grow my Rodan and Fields business. I love the products. If anybody asked me about things, I'd be glad to share them. But I didn't feel like I didn't have time to really invest in what needed to be done to keep growing that business. So when my beautiful friend Otter reached back out to me and said, "Hey, I think you should look at these products." And I'm like, I don't know that I really want to do the business, but I'll look at the products. Getting hit by menopause. Last year, I got diagnosed with long COVID, which literally took everything out of my body. I'm just now to the point where, thanks to these products, that I'm back to lifting heavy again, exercising. Got hit with depression. I had a lot of life changes with my family that really hit me pretty hard. So I kind of looked into the products. And first and foremost, as a nurse, I like everything that is science based. And there's so much science backing with this company. And so I'm like, Audra, where can I get these articles? And she's like, oh, here you go. And she'd give me all this stuff to digest. And it was like, I was like a kid on Christmas morning, having all this information that I could learn about. And and it wasn't just fluff. A lot of times you hear, oh, these are really great products, blah, blah, blah. They have the guts to back it up. I mean, there is everything there, which was happy for me. So I thought, okay, I'm going to try the products. And then I thought, okay, then my little entrepreneurial brain says, okay, you can try the products at X amount of dollars. But when I go into something, I go into everything pretty this with both feet in. And then so I'm like, I should look at the business packs, because if I think this is something I potentially want to do, I might as well get the products I really want. And then the other ones I think I want to try at a discount, right? Because by getting a business pack. So that's what I did. But I told Audra, I'm going to take a little bit of time. I'm just not sure if I really want to launch this business, but I like a good discount, guys. I'm not afraid to say
Me
that out
too.
loud. And my kids always laugh because they're like, you always ask for a coupon, mom. And I'm like, I'm going to buy the products anyway. Why not get a little discount on them, right?
Yeah.
So, tried both the Protandim and the collagen. The GLP-1 mind body activator was not quite out yet. And so I ended up going to convention, or to our local little business launch in Kansas City, which is right down the road, with my lovely friend Audra from Georgia, which was so cool that we got to meet in Kansas City.
That was
And
so
was
fun.
really there to see the GLP-1 mind body activator launch, which was so cool because, once again, all that science backing was right there. I do want to back up just for a little bit, because during this first month or two that I was trying these other products, the Protandim, which is meant for oxidative stress, and then the collagen, there's so much being said about collagen. Collagen should be in everybody's normal supplements, whether you choose our true science collagen or if you find something that works for you. As we age, collagen depletion starts at the age 30. So by the time, I'm not going to say our age because a lady never reveals her age. However, you do want to make sure that you're still trying to get those collagen product. You're trying to at least keep what you got active, right? And then adding that in with the proteanum is meant to work on that oxidative stress. What oxidative stress is all those free radicals that are in the air, chemicals that you're ingesting daily with food. You know, we food is convenient, but there's a lot of stuff in there that we probably shouldn't be having. So what the proteanum does, it works on that cellular level, trying to reset you, going back to giving basically aging in reverse because your cells are working so much better. Um, I get kind of really, I get nerdy about science stuff. So I'm going to kind of stop it there. If you have more questions, we can definitely go into depth
Can I
a little
just
bit more.
add that I'm
Sure.
not going to say our ages, but we did all graduate high school together. We've been friends since sixth grade, and I think I can speak for all of us since starting Pro Tandem. Seriously, we are feeling like we're aging in reverse. I mean, right? It's so
Yes.
awesome. It really, really is. And I just want to also reiterate what you said. These products are natural products backed by science, which is so cool. But go on. I love listening to you geek out about all this. It's awesome.
So, there's so many things that I saw immediately, like with the protein and collagen mixture, I was sleeping better. I've had quite a bit of difficulty, like had mentioned earlier, the last 4 years, and sleeping was not really something I did really soundly and got really refreshed in the morning. The biggest takeaway by starting those two alone was my depression was gone. And when I tell you, like, they always say, like, if you know me, I'm very happy. That's what you see on the outside. What you can't see is what's going on inside of me. And I don't want to put that burden on others. But it's funny because I'm a very silly girl, if you can't tell already. And I'm usually cracking everybody up in my family. That's my goal every day is to make everybody laugh around me. And my husband's like, "You're silly again. You're like, you've got your spark back." And I'm like, wow, it brought tears to my eyes because I'm like, I felt like I was just doing this great disservice to my family. So that that is my own personal experience. I'm not telling you that proteanum or collagen or even the GLP-1 mind body activator is something. We're not prescribing this. We're not acting on a medical level. These are all natural based products. These are our own personal experiences. This is not what the company is telling us to tell you. I can only tell you what I experience. And along with the long COVID, man, I would come home from work every day just exhausted after seeing patients all day long in a clinic and 10 hours of talking. And my husband would be like, "Okay, go take your 30-minute nap before we have dinner," and I'd eat and then want to go back to bed. Now I'm like, okay, if you want to work on dinner, I'm going to go work out and I'm going to get this done and do some laundry. And like all the energy is back again. And it's just so refreshing to
That's
feel good. Absolutely.
Oh, so awesome. And then did you want to share the experience on the mind body as well?
Yes, absolutely. So I have a lot of GI disturbance in my thing. I've had a history of what's GERD, which is you might know as heartburn or reflux. I was taking so many products that my GI doctor's like, "We don't really know what to do with you." I've tried changing my diet and then adding in the GLP-1 activator. I will tell you, my personal experience, everybody's different. I was bloated about some the first month. It took a little bit of time for my GI tract to adjust. Remember, it took you a long time to get these ways. So it's not a quick fix. It's not going to be, I'm going to take these products and 2 days later, I'm going to feel amazing. It doesn't work that way. Everybody's body is different on how they respond to this. So, you know, I told myself, I'm going to give myself 3 months, 3 months total to see how it's working. And I realized my workouts were getting better. My clothes were get. I have a history of anorexia, so I do not like to weigh myself. I'm more about inches and how my clothes fit. And my clothes are getting looser, and I just feel like, okay, I'm going to brag, but I feel like a beast back in the gym again because I'm back to lifting like I was before. I mean, empowerment, right? I mean, that's all we really want. So, um, the one thing that I will tell you that adds into some of that stuff is what you put into your body as far as nutrition and hydration is equally as important as taking different types of supplements. Um, hitting menopause, I can only speak for myself, can't speak for the other ladies, but it really, like, you find yourself like gaining weight. I got this spare tire around in my abdomen, and I'm like, what am I going to do with this? Well, you start finding yourself eating less. And then, so you get yourself in a calorie deficit. your body kind of responds to that. So it's like, oh, wait a minute, we don't need that many calories. So we're just going to make you fatter by retaining what we need to kind of sustain. So I started, once again, science-based, like nerdy brain going off. I'm like, okay, how much protein do I really hear? I keep hearing protein is the key ingredient for a lot. Everybody keeps getting obsessed with low carb. Carbs aren't your enemy. It has to be the right carbs, complex carbohydrates, not chips for lunch. But looking back to protein, take your ideal body weight, take that times zero point 0.8, and that's how many grams of protein you should be having a day. Now, because I have several friends that go, oh, I'm getting 80 grams of protein a day. That's enough. I'm like, what do you weigh? 80 pounds? I mean, like, that's not enough for you. So, you need to be looking at that. The other thing is fiber. I know nobody wants to talk about the bathroom and GI motility, but I'm telling you, you need at least 25 grams of fiber a day, just because that helps get your GI tract going. Anything that's stuck in your GI tract, your body's going to keep responding to. So if there's toxins in there, guess what? You feel kind of like Britney Spears, you feel toxic, right? So that's a big one too. The other one is water, hydration. I keep a big thing. Well, right now I have my GLP-1 with my proteins. I just worked out. That's what I have. But usually I keep a 32-ounce water with me all times. Keep it full. Accessibility is key. With hydration, take your body weight, divided by 2, that's the bare minimum. So for easy math, if you weigh 150 pounds, 75 ounces of water is what you should be having a day. That's the bare minimum. You're more than water is free. You can, if you don't like plain water, add some Mio in, maybe a little bit of lemon. That's a good natural diuretic for you. Um, and if you're working out, add a little more to it. You're probably, depending on how hard and strenuous your workouts are, you probably need more than that. But that's a good general rule of how to start with hydration. I,
Fantastic, Holly. And and like you said, at first you were a little bloated, your body was getting used to it. And I love that point you made that this takes time. Like everybody's different and please give your body time. Like support it. It's probably going, "Oh my gosh, I'm finally making this GLP-1 hormone like I've been wanting to, but I didn't have what I needed to make it." We are giving our bodies what it needs to make it. So let's honor them by giving them time to do what they
and
want to
it's
do.
flushing your body. That's why I think causes some of the bloating, because it's like taking what's in those cells and like trying to, you're activating your liver, you're activating different parts of your heart, activating your gut. I mean, there's your brain, the mind body connection. I mean, that's all being activated. So, thinking, I'm going to take this for 2 weeks and I'm going to look amazing and drop the whole, they said average weight losses, this, I'm going to be there. It's just a generalization of how much people have lost. It's not a hard rule and fast, like this is what you're going to get.
Ah, so great. Such great info, Holly. Thank you. Thank you. And Lori, I can't wait to hear, well, I kind of know, but I'm excited for other people to hear, your story, what you've noticed, and also why you said yes to LifeVantage.
Well, first of all, my youngest was on LifeVantage Pro Tandem years ago. When he first got diagnosed with autism, he had been on several different medications and so forth, and he got really sick. We went to the hospital and took him off of everything. And my friend reached out and said, "You need to really try Pro Tandem for 8." So I did it. Big difference. He never went back on any of the other medications. But, when you see good things, you're like, "Oh, we're doing so good. We don't need these." I took him off of it. Big mistake for me. Never, ever, ever again will we ever go off Pro Tandem. Our entire family is on it. So it made a big difference for him, even with getting him back on it at an older age. Like you said, Holly, the oxidative stress. Stressors were through the roof for him. Since he's been on it, he's more calm. He still has some anxiety. That's normal with anybody, but he doesn't get really upset and fret over things over and over and over again. And I saw it when he was little, and now I'm seeing it again when he's older. So, it's never too late to start, and it's never too early to start. So, again, my entire family is on it. I started with at the same time Aiden did, got my husband on it. He doesn't snore anymore. That's one of the blessings for me with being on Pro Tandem. Exactly. And he's I mean, he works swing shifts. So, his sleep patterns are off, but being on the Protandim is getting him more solid sleep. He's not waking up multiple times. So, and he has energy. He's a runner. So it's been a big difference for him. He's had knee pains, not having knee pains. My knee pain, oh my gosh, it's gone. It's gone. And I never thought I would say something could do that, but I've noticed that the crunching when I would walk up and down stairs, I'm not hearing it anymore. I've been on collagen and the Protandim since August 1st, and big difference, huge difference in just those two products alone. For me personally and my family. And again, Holly, like you said, there's so many things that it happens to people differently. If you're thinking of saying, okay, I want to be pencil thin, I'm going to start this product tomorrow, and that's going to happen overnight. It doesn't, because your body is trying to tell you what is happening inside of you to let the things come out, and you're going to see the changes. The collagen itself has helped with cellulite. The skin around my knees when I took a picture the very first day, and 30 days later, I was in awe. I was driving and I sent it to the group going, "You're not going to believe my legs. Look at this. It's
That
great."
picture, that blew our minds.
It
Amazing.
did. It was crazy good.
The little things, and I wouldn't even expect that, but I just happened to look down and go, wait, there's a change. So I'm feeling it inside. I have energy. I mean, I'm up in the morning, I am doing laundry, I'm doing dishes, I'm cleaning, I'm doing things that I normally would be like, oh, in the evening time, do I really have to do this? But I'm getting it all done in the morning, and I'm not tired by the end of the day. Adding the mind body GLP-1 for me, I'm not a scaled person either. I don't like to get on that scale because then it's mentally for me. But the inches itself, my hips, my thighs, my waist, my arms, my neck, it was just like these things are coming off, and I'm feeling so good about things too, that it's all about giving things time. Like you said too, Holly, we didn't just have this happen overnight with a health situation. It occurred and occurred and occurred. Could be 6 months, could be 10 years. You never know. But my body, myself, is going back to, and I'm going to bring Holly in here for a minute, to when we were the evil stepsisters for Cinderella in the play, and all this evil energy. But that's how I
Some
feel.
good evil stepsisters too, let me tell you.
It was like back then, having that kind of energy and motivation. I'm seeing that again, and I'm feeling it. And why not give that gift to other people? And that's the reason why I knew what it was doing for me. I knew what it had done for my son. So let me help others too.
Oh, that's so amazing. Thank you, Lori. And that the picture of your legs blew our minds, and then your before and after pictures on the mind body
Oh.
and your lip. Yes. Tell them about your lip.
When I was little, I think I was 3, I had a bulldog bite me, and I had really bad scars from it, and it kept going on and on and on. I happened to take a picture, again, not thinking about what changes would happen. Did another one, and now it's like you can barely even tell. It's just amazing that, I mean, you still see a little, but it's not like the indentions it used to be. So I'm all about legs. Let me show you it all. What do you want to see?
That's
I
so
love it. It's awesome.
Yes. And like you said, Lori, just being able to share these products with other people. I mean, let's be honest, like the financial blessing, I'm so grateful for it. It's making such a difference for our family. But then being able to offer that to other people so they can have their own small business and bless their families, and impacting people's health. I mean, that's the ultimate. It really, really is. Yeah. And so I'm all about, I have another business too, Elevated Life Coaching. And I'm all about people just elevating, because it has not only benefits for them, but has that ripple effect in the world. And when you feel good, I mean, talk about being elevated, right? The energy that you ladies are talking about. I've noticed that too. And I got permission from my husband to share this. And so he started the Mind Body about a month ago, maybe 6 weeks ago. You guys, he's the most hilarious, fun guy, but he would get stressed, at work. And by the end of the day, I was just like, you're just not yourself. It's just, oh my gosh, I have like good time Steve all the time now. He
That's awesome.
like he's handling stress in a whole new way. It's beautiful. And like your husband, he's sleeping through the night. He was not sleeping through the night before. He was waking up, like 3, 4, 5 times. He's sleeping through the night. I mean, sleep is so huge. It just impacts everything. So that alone would be enough for me to be like, LifeVantage forever. I mean, that's huge. But also, I was just telling the ladies earlier that I really wish these products had been available. You know, um, Holly, thank you so much for being open about your depression. I've shared about my depression in the past that I had struggled with, and you know, at different times throughout my life. And I wish this had been available for me back then. And I wish it had been available for my dad. We lost him when he unfortunately took his life at a young age. And I'm just like, what if he had had these products? Who knows? Who knows? And then my stepdad that we recently lost, he suffered with dementia. And just the science, you guys, if this is making you curious in any way, reach out to us because we'll send you the science. It's phenomenal. It truly, truly is. And that's why we're so passionate about these products. And then, like we said, it's just a huge bonus and a dream come true that we get to do this together. I just thank God for that. I love you ladies so, so much. Is there anything else? Oh, I do want to say, I've shared too that I had a late in life diagnosis of ADHD a year ago last summer. And I'm like, oh my gosh, everything in my life makes so much more sense now. But the products, the Mind Body, and we have a drink called Axio. These have helped me so much with focus and clarity. I'm just so, so grateful. Great. Okay. I feel like I'm forgetting something we were going to mention. Do you ladies have anything else before we sign off? Yes.
Can I add in one thing? I don't think we talked about it, but I really wanted to bring in the visceral fat just for a couple minutes that we
Yes.
on the that you see in all probably the different slides we put out. What that is probably one of the biggest takeaways. Visceral fat that's not the subcutaneous fat that you look in the mirror and you see and you think, oh, okay. Visceral fat is the fat that accumulates between around all of your internal organs. It's like a fat apron that goes around that. I know that sounds really disgusting, but that's the easiest way to describe that. This with both of all of the products combined, but more importantly, a GLP-1 is really designed to really try to attack that. That's why some patients or some I say patients because of my whole nurse practitioner thing, but why some of our customers or clients don't feel like they're seeing much different because you can't gauge how much visceral fat is wrapped around your internal organs. It might be maybe that's why some of the bloating's going away because that's kind of dissolving along the way. Dissolving may not be the right word, but helping to get rid of some of that visceral fat. So I don't think people understand how important that is for visceral fat. That's what's going to affect your cardiovascular disease. That could be what's causing some of the slowdown in some of your gut action. I just could keep going on and on about it. Your liver function, there's visceral fat. Your liver filters everything in your body as well as your kidneys. So the liver filters the blood, kidneys filter the excrement, whatever. But I just think visceral fat is a big component of that. And if you have any questions, I mean, obviously you can reach out to these girls. You can chat with me if you want to talk a long time about products you probably don't want to hear about, but I'll be glad to do that with you. So I just want to throw that in really quickly because I thought that was an important piece that
Oh,
don't really understand and maybe try to explain a little bit of the visceral fat component.
I'm so glad you said that, and that just reminds me too that I've heard so many people say this that like our mind body system, it doesn't have the side effects you hear with synthetic GLP-1s,
Yes.
right? Like, so that's huge, and no injections. That's awesome. Um, but really, it does have a side effect. The weight loss is a side effect because that's not even the main thing. That's just a bonus. It's so cool because it's like what you're talking about, the visceral fat going after that and the mind health, the body health overall. It's just so exciting. So if you're even a little curious, reach out because you don't want to be like 5 years later saying, I wish I would have looked into those products. And today is Small Business Saturday, as we mentioned at the top of this. We do have some great specials, both on the products and the business. So reach out and we're always happy to chat. And I just want to ask you, who is ready to get activated? Woo! So yeah, we are wishing you a wonderful rest of your weekend, and we might do this again because I think I speak for all of us. We had a great time, right? Um,
Absolutely.
so if you have specific questions that we didn't get to, just let us know and we'll include them in the next one. Okay? All right. Have a great weekend. Bye.